Hey everybody, welcome to Smoke Hollow BBQ's YouTube channel. Just want to give everybody a quick tour of the actual pit itself. Talked about it a little bit in the last couple videos, but want to go ahead and give you guys a whole tour of what this whole thing is about. So without further ado, here it is. Alright, so it is Smoke Hollow 4-in-1. Got on the left side there, you got the searer. Right there you have the propane side. Here's the charcoal. Here's where the money happens right there. That's the firebox. And obviously goes right into the chamber right there. Here's the charcoal grate itself. What's all in there? You can see down further in there. You can see some bricks that we use. Right now we keep those in there to keep the pit at a stable temperature. We find that we can retain heat a lot better that way, especially when we're opening the grill a lot to look at it. You know how they always say if you're looking, you ain't cooking. So we believe that too, but the more stuff we have in there to keep the heat retention, to bring it back up to temp once we close the lid, that's always a good thing. So right there, that's just a metal flashing that we put in there. That goes up out to the chimney right there. We found that if we keep that flashing right there, that means the smoke has to fill up this whole area first before it can escape. We find that then the whole charcoal area here will become smoked and everything, so we're getting the whole barbecue area is going to be filled with smoke before it can escape, before it can get out. So now over to the firebox here. Here's the charcoal basket. I recommend anybody doing any kind of smoking that has the ability to take some kind of charcoal basket. This thing has greatly improved our ability to maintain temperatures and regulate the heat control in the pit itself. It's just some half-inch expanded steel. We picked up at Home Depot, along with that flashing. We picked that up at Home Depot as well. We have just some elbow joints in there with some nuts and bolts. It's worked really well for us. It's not like some gator pit, really nice welded together basket, but this does the job right now. And we still try to do the minion method. Like we'll put the hot charcoal lump on top of some unlit stuff, so as it's cooking down, we get to prolong those cooks to 3-4 hours without having to touch it or anything like that, adding more charcoal to it. So obviously this just goes right into the firebox itself. Here's the firebox. What came with it was that right there, that metal looking thing. It came with the actual Smoke Hollow pit. It was used for primarily with wood. We don't have wood where we're at. We actually have a very small selection of barbecue stuff where we're at in Montana right now, so we're dealing with that. So the fire basket just goes right on top of that wood, of this wood grate here. Keeps airflow really nice. We're able to actually take the fire basket out during some smokes and clean this whole area out, which makes for a great stabilization of temperatures, so we're not getting a bunch of ash in there too. Actually, speaking of ash now, we're using lump charcoal. We find that it cooks a lot hotter. We don't have to use as much, and the ash buildup is a lot less than in like the Kingsford briquettes that we have used in the past. So here obviously is just a vent. I mean, this is a basic vent here. We're getting to a point now where if it's cooking right now, say it's 225, if we raise it just 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch there, we can regulate the temp between 5 and 10 degrees. Now this is great control. We're just now starting to learn this and really appreciate this about the Smoke Hollow pit. We had a lot of issues with it when we first got it. We're liking it a lot better now. And you can see down in there too, this right here is just some more metal flashing that we bolted up into the firebox, which allows for the heat to come out of the firebox down here and heat this whole area evenly, versus just it coming out right from the firebox, heating this area, and then this area would be cool. So we get that even heat distribution. Now again, it's not like a tuning plate, some fancy pin or anything like that. It was pretty cheap, but obviously we make do with what we have here at Smoke Hollow BBQ, and as we become bigger and expand more, we'll obviously upgrade our pit. But I mean, as time goes on too, I mean, you can see how seasoned that pit looks right now, and this is just after less than a year of smoking too. So obviously the longer you use the pit, the better it'll take care of you. So a couple of things I forgot to mention. Here you can see the temperature probe. I mentioned that in my last video of doing the smoke spare ribs from Snake River Farms. I also wanted to mention again, I mean that I've never found this to actually be accurate. As the temp gets up higher, it becomes more and more off. So I obviously definitely recommend a wireless temperature probe or thermometer to use. Right now we're using the Maverick ET732. It's working great for us right now. We haven't had any issues with it. It has a range up to 300 feet, so you can go anywhere in your house, anywhere out in the street. You can do anything you want. Not worry about losing the signal there too. So that's just working great for us, and we definitely recommend anybody doing some serious smoking to get one of those. Again, here's the whole pit. As you can see it, it's working for us pretty good. We got it at Sam's Club for $280. We haven't had too many issues with it. Don't want to say, obviously it's pretty cheap material, pretty cheap metal, but the people out there who make it outdoor leisure products, they have really good customer service. The firebox, this door here, when we first got it, it was bowed out a little bit, so it wasn't working too properly. But the people out there, so I called them, told them about it. They sent me a whole new firebox free of charge, which was really considered them too. So not the best material, but good customer service, and obviously you can tell. And obviously too, what's more important is the material you're using really important. Like, you have a really good product, but you don't know how to cook. So I figure I'll learn how to cook first on a more inexpensive grill, then build up my knowledge and build some experience there too. So anybody can cook on the most expensive grill, the easiest grill in the world, but it takes a really good cook to use the basic material, the basic stuff to make something priceless. So that's our philosophy here at Smoke Hollow BBQ. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good day.